Well, she's thanked me about a week, 2 weeks ago. My daughter took me aside, 8 years old, and she's like, Dad, thank you for bringing me here. Thank you for turning me on to your foods. She fucking loves White Castle. You know, she'll ask me twice a week, can we go to White Castle? You know, she loves fucking Carvel. I mean, I took her out Sunday. Yeah, she loves Carvel. She's all over fucking Carvel. Last night she asked me, because I took her to a football game. She's like, you know, it's get a Sunday free today at Carvel. I'm like, we're not fucking going to Carvel, because I take her once a week for her.
Yeah, every now and then.
Her a little fucking vanilla ice cream soda.
Yeah.
But even like, I could tell how she treats the people I grew up with.
Right.
In contrast to other people. She really digs them. She really goes out of their way to talk to them. She asks them questions like, did you go to school with my daddy? You know. So she's really appreciative. That's what made me happy. Right now, I got to be honest with you. I've been having an all right time here. Sure. But watching her have a great time makes my dick hard.
What's the difference between when you grew up there and now? What are the major changes you
Holy shit. Listen, I grew up in a city that was buck fucking wild, no rules. I was getting dressed yesterday in the shower, and I was thinking about a friend of mine getting me a job one day, and before he left the room, he goes, enjoy your job, you know, and he goes, don't forget to steal, because if you don't steal, they're going to know I was stealing. Who the fuck tells you that in a society? So it was buck wild up there. I live an hour from where I grew up. Where I grew up is really fucking populated. It's right across the Hudson River from New York City. So I didn't want to move up there. There was no way I was moving up there.
Right.
I'm in a place now where, you know, it's wide open. There's trees. The other night I was smoking a joint on my front porch, and 2 deer ran in front of me. I thought I was going to have a fucking heart attack, Dillon.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to shit my fucking pants when I seen those deer in my front porch at 11:15. I got a cup of tea in me, and I got half a joint. I'm just sitting, and I heard this fucking thing, and the 2 deer jumped out in front of me, and I almost shit my pants. It's a different world, Tim.
Yeah.
It's a different world, you know, and I'm happy I got to bring her here. I'm happy my wife is here. She's having a great time. My wife had friends. My wife has friends now that don't give a fuck who I am.
Right.
You know, before she would make a friend, and after 2 weeks, the girl would say, you know, can we give your husband a script? And my wife would go, was this what it's all about? And then when my wife tells them no, they stop talking to my wife. That was LA for my wife.
Yeah.
To see what they could get out of her on her end. And if nothing, move the fuck on, you know. So she's in a different place now. She's surrounded with real parents.
Yeah, they care about their kids.
Yeah, these people are not in the, you know, in LA, people use their kids.
They're pimping out their kids
as
in
a
LA.
fucking marketing fucking tool.
No, they're pimping out their kids. Yeah, no, it's crazy.
I know people who will have a kid just to put them in carpenter.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck about the kid. Carpenter school, for people who don't know, it's in Studio City.
Right.
And it's a grammar school, but it's where all the fucking celebrities go. Their kids go to school.
Yeah.
And they have their Christmas party at CBS Radford on the lot.
Yeah.
The fucking
I get
public
it, because I have a godson who's like a quarter Filipino, but we say Chinese because we want him to, you know, higher end. We say Japanese or Chinese. We don't admit to Filipino. But he's the chubby baby with the Asian face. I go, let's get him in something. Let's make a couple of dollars here, you know, because the reality is, you know, the only thing he can be is a nurse, really, because his mother's a Filipino nurse. I said, so let's get him, like, he'll drink some juice, he eats the donut. Let's make a few $100,000 off this motherfucker because he might grow up to be a beautiful kid, but he also might grow up to be absolutely disgusting. We don't know. So I get it. Like in LA, like sometimes you just got to make the money while they're young.
Let me tell you something. I remember going to fucking auditions for commercials and seeing, like, you know, when you go to those auditions, they have 8 rooms.
Right.
And they have one room that's for kids, like kids come. And I would sit there and just watch the parents and watch the kids and fucking get sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
How the parents would act, because the parents are like Pistol Pete's father.
Yeah.
They're pushing the kid. They're telling the kid he's got to get this audition. The fucking poor kid wants to play with blocks.
Right.
You know, he don't want to be
some
with
of those
fucking
kids
adults.
are psychopaths. I was an actor as a kid when I was young. I was on Sesame Street. I started in plays when I was like 6.
No shit.
Swear to God. And I legitimately, I toured around the country with a show. My mother went on tour with me. I did a lot of theater. I did Sesame Street. I did a NYU student film. I never did anything big. I tried out for big shit, but I never got like Home Improvement or any of those big sitcoms. I never got them. And my parents were like, they weren't good at being a stage mom. Like they should have been pushier and more aggressive, but they weren't. And then every time I would fail at the audition, we would go home through Penn Station in New York City, and I would go, can I go to Dairy Queen? And they would get me a Dairy Queen Blizzard, and I would eat it like a failure in the waiting room of the Long Island Railroad. And I would get like, I forget what kind I'd get. I get an Oreo or Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Blizzard, and I would just sit there and eat it like a failure. And then we'd finally take the train home. So it was a tragic thing, but I had fun doing it, but I never made it.
But you did it.
At 13, I became a cocaine addict. So maybe it's not good.
You started snorting at 13?
At 13, yeah.
Holy shit.
Summer going into high school. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Tim Dillon. What haven't you done?
I was at my friend Tina DeLuca's house, and we're in Long Island, and she had a nice house on the water. And she goes, we got, me and a couple other friends were there, and they were like, let's try cocaine. I said, that sounds like a great idea. And she had it, and we did it. Didn't even work. The first time I said, it doesn't even, we had to keep doing it. And then finally, it took.
You got to drink with it.
Yeah. It took eventually. But I was smoking weed. I was doing acid, all of those things. Yeah. First tab of acid. I was in, my first tab of acid, you're going to laugh, was at my friend's house. I was in 8th grade. The second time I did acid, I was on the graduation stage of my junior high school. And me and my friend Shay, and my friend Tina, we're like a 3. We all took a tab of acid, and we were standing there, and the valedictorian is up there, wouldn't shut up, some Asian girl. And she was talking and talking. God bless her. But she was talking about, whatever, and we were just standing there. And then finally we went to the beach afterwards, and we were finally tripping. But yeah, I started really young, and then I sobered up at 25. So I had about a 10-year period of being out and doing wild shit.
Now you sober today?
Sober as a church.
No drinking, no smoking, nothing?
No pills, no weed, nothing.
How long now?
About 11 years.
No shit, Tim Dillon.
About 11 years, yeah.